Hello Crypto Geeks, and welcome to another exciting video. It has been a long time and I'm super excited to get back to letting you know what is happening in the crypto world, particularly what is happening in this lawsuit against Ripple from the SEC. And today we have an insanely juicy document, a very important document actually for this lawsuit. Could be the determinant of whether Ripple wins the fair notice defense. In fact, what you're going to love to hear is that they were granted by Judge Netburn a little while ago, the request. And you asked me, what is this request? I'll tell you after I tell you that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not providing you with financial or legal advice. Now, before I get into this document, I do have to give you a bit of a backstory as to why this document was sent. And essentially, as usual with the SEC has been refusing the request of many investors and public that they supposedly serve in terms of answering a straightforward question, whether XRP was a security and other cryptos, whether they were securities or non-securities. And as you've noticed various times, even from Chair Gary Gensler himself, they do everything they can and will avoid at all costs answering that question. In fact, if you watched a meeting only days ago, I think he was talking to Senate, and he was asked yet again whether Ethereum was security, and again dodged the question, and we don't answer specific questions. So SEC has been dodging these questions left and right and avoiding them at all costs. Now, what Ripple found out was that one of the exchanges, and I believe the exchange actually went to Ripple to tell them this, is that they had gone to a legal team, a law firm, and had requested the law firm do an analysis as to whether XRP was a security before listing. Now, it remains unknown exactly which exchange is the one that actually went to this law firm. Some have been speculating that it's Coinbase, and it would not be a shock if it were Coinbase. I mean, it's a bit expected, but that's what happened. And this law firm, their discovery was XRP is likely and not a security. So what this crypto exchange did is took this statement from the law firm and went to the SEC and had a discussion with the SEC about listing XRP. Now, that discussion, as far as Ripple is saying in this document, did not bring up at any point that Ripple was a security. And this was in 2018. So, a law firm comes in and says XRP is not a security. The exchange goes to the SEC, and SEC doesn't tell them that, no, your law firm is off. It is a security. What does that tell you about the SEC's perception of XRP? Obviously, they were perceiving at the time that XRP was not a security, or they lacked determination of XRP's status. So this is a very big deal document that Ripple is saying exists within the SEC, and we need to be able to have access to it. If you remember the memo, there was a document where the SEC provided exact reasoning as to why they weren't letting Ripple see certain documents. And one of the last motions that the judge granted or requested was that the SEC provide in video viewing for her of the documents. And the SEC fought that as well, but they lost. And the judge said, I'm going to see every single document in video, and I will determine what Ripple gets to see. If you have a specific document that you think is very dangerous for Ripple to see in terms of, government things, then you can let me know. And this was one of the documents that the SEC did not want Ripple to see, and they had submitted a request for that. They submitted the document. Now, Ripple brought up, again, this document within the last request or the last document that they submitted to Judge Netburn, saying this is a very important and relevant to the lawsuit. In fact, it shows some level of determination by the SEC, whether it was that they lacked clarity or that XRP was not a security. So it's important that this document be accepted. And guess what we had received today? Judge Netburn officially granted XRP, or Ripple, access to this document. Very big game changer. You have to think of it too from the vision of the SEC. Now, if the SEC knows for a fact that this document does show or does say that they knew and they didn't say anything because they weren't sure, then really this lawsuit comes to a halt in terms of the fair notice offense, and they officially lose. It's that clear. So if you don't want to officially lose, you take a settlement. Now, I think what's been happening, and what it sounds like has been happening, is that Ripple has been requesting more of the settlement. They see themselves on the winning side, and if you're on the winning side, you don't accept anything easy. You want what you fought for. So they want complete clarity, which is hard for the SEC to give them. But again, if the SEC is really pinched and back against the corner, and it really is seeming more of that day after day, then they really will have no options but to take a settlement on Ripple's terms, not on their own terms. You have to remember, people feared a little bit of Judge Torres because he's the main judge in this lawsuit. But with the last document or granting that Judge Torres provided, it's given people a bit more comfort, and it should have scared the SEC a bit more. And you ask me, what did Judge Torres grant, the main judge? So Judge Netburn falls behind Judge Torres. He's providing support in the discovery phase. But the one that's actually going to provide a final decision as to this lawsuit is Judge Torres. And we haven't heard too much from Judge Torres. But one of the last documents of granting that was provided by not Judge Netburn, but Judge Torres, is getting John E. Deaton involved. And John E. Deaton is the lawyer that's representing XRP holders whom were trying to become a part of this lawsuit because they were hurt by the SEC. So, now, I'll be fair, he didn't grant him the best kind of access that we would have hoped. People would wish for more, always want more, but what he was granted was access to sitting on, reviewing this, being a part of this lawsuit in terms of hearing and seeing what's going on, and being able to submit a document opinion, or his opinion, and any additional thoughts that him and the people he represents, which is now like 30,000 XRP holders, have. So this is relevant because more important than this document, this keeps, particularly if there's a jury, right? This case is likely, if it goes to trial, going to go to a jury. And for the jury to see that the SEC represents the public, and the public is attempting to go in on this lawsuit on the side of the company that the SEC is claiming they're protecting them from, you start to get questions. And jury are normal people like me and you, right? And when they see those sorts of things, it does create something in their mind. This agency is not 100% protecting the people if the people are not its side. So it's relevant, even in that sense. And this will come into consideration on the SEC's part before trial. And this is why most lawyers, the vast majority of lawyers, will tell you we don't usually get a settlement until after discovery, because after discovery they start to see these things. Okay, we're gonna have a jury, we're gonna have people, general public, on Ripple's side. Judge Torres granted access, and Judge Torres is the judge that's going to guide this lawsuit moving forward. So and Judge Netburn was granting Ripple the vast majority of their requests. So what are our chances of winning? And these are the questions that really the SEC is going to be asking themselves. And even in Congress now, you're seeing major dilemma. As to crypto, you're seeing a lot of congressmen and congresswomen stand up to the SEC. Although Gary Gensler did not answer a lot of questions, he was really grilled, is the word I like to use. He was barbecued when he went to Senate, and they were questioning him. Same thing goes for Congress. So it's not as easy as they would like, and it's not as simple, and it's going to cause a lot of trouble for the SEC. Is it worth it? Is the question they'll have to ask. And every single day, it's really seeming like it's not. Because if you think about it, if the SEC goes through this whole fight and at the end they lose, they've spent so much money, they've ruined their reputation, and they've decreased the chances of them essentially going after any other cryptocurrency company. Is it worth it? It's seeming like a no to me. I mean, any real open-minded and clear individual that's not really stuck, blindsided, is going to tell you it's not worth it. So I think we will start to see the SEC change position in the coming probably days and weeks. We're so close to the end of Discovery. Like, it's not even funny how close we are to the end of Discovery. We're talking in November, and that's days now away. So really, the dust is going to settle soon, and we are going to find out what is going to happen, whether this is going to go to trial or not. And we're seeing a beautiful month for Bitcoin and other cryptos and Shiba or whatever. But really, once this lawsuit settles, you're going to see days like we probably have never seen before in terms of growth in crypto, XRP particularly, obviously, but crypto in general with a bit more clarity. Not every crypto is going to get clarity from Ripple settling or Ripple winning this lawsuit, but it's more clarity than before, and that is significant because the clarity is the next step forward. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I'm talking, I'm in a car and probably hearing a lot of background noise, but really this has become one of the chances of opportunities I have to create a video for you guys, and I know you guys are dying for my videos. So please, please, please click that like button. It really helps. That subscribe button. You want to be super supportive. That join button is super helpful. And it's, I think, $5. But every little bit helps, so I appreciate it. Thank you for watching this video. I will try to be more persistent in creating these videos for you guys. My Twitter is CryptoGeekNews. Follow me on Twitter. And send me a hi, hello, whatever you want to do. And leave a comment in the comment section. When is this lawsuit going to end? I'm really tired of it. I know you are too. But when do you think it's going to end? Before Discovery, after Discovery, after trial? Who knows? Let me know. See you in the next one.